season.
Game week 21 and 22, close back-to-backs, and some, I say juicy games, but must-win games for everyone,
Anyone.
really. You've got Chelsea, Bournemouth, should hopefully
Hopefully
be
back.
able to win.
I mean, Bournemouth are good, but hopefully back to winning ways. We've just it's not been at it the last couple of games, not taking our chances, and we've been punished for it, which is pretty frustrating.
Yeah. And you've got Nottingham Forest, Liverpool.
That's a good
Same
game.
again, please. Same result that we saw at Anfield would be nice.
Yeah, I've got a cheeky
No,
one.
we need Pierce.
Never
We need
know.
Forest to start dropping points because they're at danger of finishing ahead of both of us.
Yeah,
And you've got
take a
the,
draw.
the big one, Arsenal, Tottenham at
Yeah,
home.
Is it big one?
yeah, it makes me feel sick.
It's still North London
Probably
derby, right?
fixture of
Still
the season.
rivalry there, but
Spursy,
dire.
useless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
I
they
mean,
don't
look,
have a single defender.
we beat them. We beat them at their place earlier in the season with no Martin Odegaard. That's when we beat them 1-0. Just literally let them have the ball. They did fuck all with it, and Gabriel scored off that corner. Last season they actually got
Right.
last season we drew 2-2. I was there for that. We were comfortable 2-1 up, and then Jorginho lost it in the middle of the park, and they went up and scored. I think Son scored. Um, there's always jeopardy against Spurs because like they can turn up, and they can move it quickly and they can score goals, and it's just a
Yeah,
rank fixture. I don't really want to go. I don't know why they put it midweek. It's on a Wednesday night. That's so shit. Like
yeah.
a derby like that.
So the floodlights.
It's what I think is the best derby in the Prem. Shouldn't be on a
You would
fucking
think that.
No way.
Arsenal
I wouldn't
Liverpool's
say
best
way
that.
game.
bigger game. Not Arsenal, sorry, United Liverpool's way bigger game, I'd say.
Well,
Yeah,
they're
I
usually
agree.
0-0s. I mean, bar
The best, I'm
today.
sorry, the best derby to watch in the Premier League, year in, year out, even though it's not as big a rivalry as Chelsea Tottenham, it's guaranteed blockbuster entertainment every single
There's been
game.
some good moments, yeah. Conte and Tuchel, thinking back to
Yeah.
that, a lot of goals, yeah, yeah. But
But no,
the one fixture
you
that
should,
makes me feel sick more than any other
If
is
eh,
Spurs.
if Liverpool win, and then obviously you guys play Tottenham and Tottenham win, do you think you're out of the title race?
Yeah,
Nine
yeah.
points
I think we already are, to
and
be
game
honest.
in hand.
game in
Yeah.
hand.
If Saka was fit and we had a little bit, if Wanyeri, Saka, Sterling, like if we
Always.
had the option.
Always. Sterling? You weren't going to
Well,
put Sterling in there, were you?
we can't rotate at all, and we've got to play the League Cup in the week, then the FA Cup, then the Prem, then the
Ah,
Champions League. How do you
God,
do
it's
that
hard,
without
isn't it?
rotating? Like,
How have teams done that for years? It's just you were lucky last year and no injuries. You've had a few
well,
injuries this year.
you don't compete and win, do you, on multiple fronts when you have
Yes.
zero rotation? Liverpool are flying, and they've got
If
Jota,
it if
Salah,
it's not the
Gakpo.
referees, it's the injuries. When are Arsenal gonna just step up and take accountability for
Arsenal
themselves
never
and
lose a
win
game
their
because
I mean,
of
fixtures?
look, let's have it right.
Yeah.
If Cole Palmer got injured, I think you'd mention it. If Mohamed Salah got injured, I think Liverpool fans would mention it. Let's have it right. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah, you would, yeah. But there's always an excuse, isn't there?
Yeah, well, I'm just pointing to a fact that we are quite short at the
Spurs
moment.
Spurs don't have a back four. Spurs have
No, no,
got
no, and
every
I'm
single
not talking
defender
about
out. They've
that.
got injuries all over the place. So you should.
What
I
I'm
mean,
saying is we have a
Spurs are a
lot
dangerous
of
team, but you've
games.
got to beat.
We're playing in 4 competitions this month, and we can't rotate at all really across the front line, which is it's
if
annoying.
you
We should still have enough to beat Spurs because they are pony, but
if
I'm just saying if we drop any further behind
You're
in the
just
run,
getting your excuses ready.
I'm just telling you, it's like we don't
I
have the
think
numbers. Listen, if we go out and sign Nico Williams and take Isaac off Newcastle, then I won't be moaning about our front line. But at the moment, we are thin. I think that's fair to say.
I understand what you're saying, but if the games swing the other way,
Which they could, and that's what I was going
they
to say.
could.
Look,
So like every week, like 1 week you can think it out of it. If it just goes your way in the right week, it changes everything. If there's a six
all of a
point
sudden,
swing or a 4 point swing, it changes everything. I
the
don't
Yeah,
first
think
half
you're
of the
out of it yet.
season, we played all our games away from home pretty much, it felt like, and Liverpool had a lot of home ties. So these next 2 game weeks is it's going to be nice to see really where both teams are at. And I think I know it's only 2 games each, but I think that will give us a good read of actually where we're at.
yeah.
Because
You've got a better second half of the season fixture because, as you say, you played the hardest ones.
To our credit, we beat Tottenham away and we beat Villa away. And last season, Villa done us home and away. Now, Liverpool have got Brentford and Forest, which aren't easy away games, but you'd like to think if you're going to win the Prem, you should go and find a way to win those games.
They'll drop points at one of them.
If we somehow manage to beat Tottenham and beat Villa at home with the squad as it is at the moment, then I'd like to think maybe we are still in it, but we're banking on Liverpool dropping points.
Of course, because they're ahead. But one of the things I did notice when they played United, right, is I was sitting there thinking, especially like with their midfield and that, they've played virtually every game. And the commentators mentioned that Gravenberch is ever present, McAllister's played X number, blah, blah, blah. Like they're going on about how much they've played. Now, at some point, Liverpool are still in the competitions as well. He's going to have to start rotating, right? How big is the drop-off from guys that you know and you can trust? Because
I think they can rely on
from Gravenberch to Endo.
Do you get what I mean? Like, if you're going to trust a guy and you bring him in, I don't think it's done and dusted as much as you say it is, because it's really going to be a push on the squad, because there's no way all these players can keep going. And let's not forget.
I think the transfer window is crucial for both teams as well, because both teams need to get depth at least. Maybe not a first team player, but Arsenal need depth.
They need bodies,
and Liverpool need depth. Yeah, definitely.
And the other thing is, Trent, the mindset through January, does he keep playing him? Because these teams like Brentford and Forest, Nuno and Thomas Frank, they're going to target him. They're that type of manager. They're going to know he's on the ropes, and they're going to target him. I mean, imagine like Chris Wood, like coming across, just playing on Trent, just pulverizing him every time. Like it's going to be horrible for him.
Bradley will come in and play over him.
Bradley, yeah,
he's a good. Bradley's solid as well.
He's good.
I think Liverpool have decent depth, except for.
Before we focus on, I'm going to move on to obviously midweek. You've got Man United, Southampton. A must-win to get yourself out of that relegation battle.
I know it's tough, but we'll see if they've learned anything.
Will you take a point, Cully?
Don't make me start a mum joke. No, I wouldn't take a point. But this will like, even I can't cook for anything, but I can make one meal every now and then, get it right. So that's basically what they did against Liverpool. They might have just accidentally made a decent bite to eat. Let's see against Southampton. That's where they're crap.
You'll pump Southampton, and United fans will get that.
Then we got Brighton at home after that. So then let's see.
That's a better test where you're at.
But if we win those two games.
Oh, no. Clawing up.
If we win those games, we could be 13th or 12th. Whoa.
Yeah.
How many points are you off top four?
And Chelsea, obviously, 12. Play on Tuesday against Bournemouth. And one of the favorite things, you don't play again until the following Monday at home to Wolves.
We need to. I mean, we shouldn't have dropped points against Ipswich, Everton, really, and it's been a bad run. 4 really bad results, I'd say. Like each of them should be wins. Should get at least 2 wins out of those fixtures. So these games where, like Bournemouth at home, you should win. We should win. We have to win these games. It's gone from should win them to like we have to win them now to keep ourselves in the top 4 race, because Newcastle have come into fantastic form. They've got a couple of favourable fixtures. They got Wolves, Southampton, City are now back to back. I know they're still not quite looking like what they do, but they're not too far behind us. And Forest are motoring, so we actually do need to win to keep our top 4 hopes alive, which is so frustrating because it was looking so positive. But this dip was inevitable. I mean, I think we are a very young team. I'm making excuses now. I sound like Pierce.
The thing is, George, you've said it. I've spoken to another Chelsea fan, and this was back in December, early December, end of November.
They were even younger then.
They were even younger than they were. Yeah. But it's also, can Chelsea compete for the title? You've both gone.
We all said no.
Yeah, and quite a few Chelsea fans just gone. No, we're surprised. We are up there where we should be. We were planning on competing against top 4, but top 2, top 3, and
this is sort of what I was expecting. This dip was going to come. It just took longer to come than maybe fans expected. And there's still a lot of positives to take. Against Palace, we should have won that game. We actually played really well, and then it was poor game management, which is going to happen with a young squad with a brand new manager. This is the first season Enzo Maresca has managed in the top flight of a division. So it's going to take time, and we just have to back the manager. We have to back the players. We also need to strengthen in January. It sounds ridiculous with the amount of money we spent, but again, the back four just decimated by injury with Fofana, James. So we probably do need to look at bringing somebody in January. Fofana's just an issue.
Honestly, you've got like your squad's so deep, you can see Australia from it. And but we need to strengthen.
Yeah,
and just for the record, I know everybody's saying like, "Oh, got Wolves," blah blah blah. Just want to say, Wolves under the new manager, unbeaten. You know,
how many games they played? Two.
Three games. United
playing tonight. They're playing tonight. That'll be a test.
United haven't been 3 games unbeaten, so to me, that's like, what a run.
Fulham tonight. It's Forest tonight, isn't it? So that could very much come to an end. So we'll see. I hope it doesn't.
Well, to be honest, just top 4 since United are nowhere near it, and I'll have to wait till game 36 till I'm bragging about being in there. But I really do hope like the likes of Forest stay in there. I'd really love for a Forest to. Whoever it's at the expense of, I'd love it to be Man City, but whoever it is, I think Forest, Nuno's doing such an incredible job there.
Are they this season's version of Villa last season?
Well, I think it exceeds that.
I mean, look where Forest, Forest are nowhere near where Villa were.
People were saying they were possibly going to go down at the start of the season.
All the pundits had them down for relegation, right?
Took over Villa, and they weren't far off relegation spots, were they?
Yeah, but I think they had if you look at the players, man, I would have had Villa down as a stronger squad than this. What he's turned this Forest team into. I think if he gets them top 4 this year, that would be a ridiculous effort.
But Villa are only 4 points off top 4, right?
Yeah,
it's not even,
Spurs getting back in.
They're like 8th. And they're only 4 points off, so it's not exactly like they're out. So it's going to be interesting. I think
you've got Villa, Bournemouth above them as well, who are only 3 points off top 4 at the moment, and so it's going back to the Cully theory. Oh, we're only 3 points off the league. What if everyone else loses?
Yeah.
Cully's fantasy league where they claw their ways back up.
It's when the results go your way. You just like this week, it could have been perfect. If Liverpool had won, it would have been a perfect week for them.
Yeah.
Right. So they were what,
the Prem
10 minutes away.
Always has a surprise in it. It never goes how you expect it to. You look at the fixtures at the start of the game week, and you could almost count on your hand on one hand how many times it actually falls that way if it ever happens.
Like that's why you never win an accumulator of 2
back all the favourites. You just guaranteed it's not going to come in.
Yeah, no, agree. Well, on that note, thank you very much, guys.